Hi everyone, it's Di here from Di's Den. This week I thought we would make this beautiful card. I have made this as a man's card and as a Valentine's Day card, so we're going to make a birthday card this week using the same layout. It's a really easy card. This one, as I say, love you lots. I'm sure my husband will probably end up with that one, even though I go, ooh, you know, he's not into that sort of thing. And this one is Today is Your Day, Celebrate in Style. This is all retired, unfortunately, except for the punch. So, but I just wanted to use up some of my scraps, and it's a great way of using up the scraps that you've got. So let's pop them out of the way and let's tell you what we're going to do. We're going to be using 2 sentiments out of the Peaceful Moments set, and we're going to be using the Wishing You Every Happiness This Special Day Will Bring. That's for the inside, and we're going to use Happy Birthday on the outside. We're going to be using the Everyday Label Punch. Oops, sorry, can't see the punch. For our punched thing on the front, I'm going to be using Pool Party ink. I am going to use my Holiday Rhinestones because that's got Pool Party ones, coloured ones in there, and I just want to use them up. But any ones will do. So this is what we're going to need. We're going to need a card base, and I'm using Whisper White here, and this measures 11 3/4 by 4 1/8. We're going to need a layer for the front that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and then we're going to need some bits that measure, let's go through this, 2 3/8 by 1 1/4. And this is the opposite side of that paper, and this measures 2 3/8 by 2 3/8 by 2 1/8. And then we're going to use a nice piece of, I don't mind which way around we put these. I think we might put them that way actually this time. So this one measures 2 3/4 by 2 1/8, and this one measures 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. So that's for our front. We're going to need another a piece for our insert that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and this is Pool Party, by the way. And another piece of Whisper White that measures 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. And then we're just going to need a piece of scrap to stamp our message on and stamp out our label for the front of the card. We're also going to need a couple of pieces of ribbon, and I'm using the metallic edge ribbon here in the white with the silver. I have a piece that measures about 7 inches long, and another piece that measures about 5 inches long, 5.5 inches long. They're rough guesses on lengths, but anyway, that's all that we need to know. So let's get stuck in. Let's move some of these bits out of the way, and we'll start by scoring our card, because that's the only little bit of scoring we've got to do. So let's put our card in on the long side and score this at 5 7/8 of an inch. Oh, come on. And we will fold this and burnish this one, making sure that we all line up nice and neatly. Nothing's worse than a card that doesn't, which I've found I've done a couple of times, and it's not nice. So that's that piece out of the way. So let's start building our card. So let's pop all our bits here, and we're going to start with our Pool Party piece and our 4 little pieces of card, designer series paper, and we're going to pop them onto the front of our card. So giving a nice even gap all the way around. So let's just start. I'm using wet glue for this because it gives me time to wiggle it into place and just where it looks right. So let's start with that one, and then this one. These were just my scraps left over, so that's why I'm using them, and it's a great way to use up your scraps that you've got. They don't even have to match, they don't even have to come from the same, you know, designer series paper group. they can come from all groups, and it just makes a really, really lovely, I think I've got that writing upside down. Yes, well, you know what? Our card's going to be changed to that way up then, isn't it? So it's pretty easy. I can't get it off now, so. And that's our card front. Now, how easy and quick was that bit? That's the only bit of gluing I want to do today. Let's get my lid in my glue. But we're going to then pop our longer piece of our ribbon through the middle now. Because my writing was upside down and I put it up the right way, so it's down here now. We're going to pop our ribbon through here. So we're going to pop a couple of pieces of snail on there, and we're going to pop this across like so. If we're happy with which way, wherever it is, I'm not. That looks a bit better. Yep, that looks a lot better. We can then trim off any excess if we want to, or we can leave it there. It's not a problem either way, but I just like to trim it off out of the way. And I'm going to use some snail, pop that out the way. Pop this onto the front of our card. And that just looks absolutely gorgeous on the front of the card. For our insert, we might as well stamp our insert and our piece for our label at the same time. And I'm using Pool Party. I'm just hoping that it's juicy enough. And I'm going to stamp with every happiness. It doesn't look like it's very juicy at all. Oh dear, let's have a look on the back of this. Oh no, that's good enough. I will actually give it a drink after we finish this video, and that says, wishing you every happiness for happiness this day, and oh my goodness, wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. And then we're going to stamp our happy birthday on our other piece, and we will then pop our Pool Party away, and we'll get our everyday label punch, and we will centre this beautifully in this punch and chop him out. So that's that bit done. We will then pop our insert. This one's not working very well, and this is a brand new one. Onto our second layer and pop that onto the inside of our card. Okay, so we'll pop our tag up on some dimensions, and we'll pop 4 on here, because what I want to do is I want to make it sure that that goes through the ribbon goes through it, so it doesn't move around. Oh, my rubbish bins move miles away, and we will pop that over here. And with our other piece of ribbon, what we're going to do is we're going to thread that through here, and we're going to tie it in a knot. We're going to tie it in a double knot, so it looks like it's that we tied the knot where it was. When we're happy with that, we can trim these off on a nice angle. Just don't want to make it too short for you to be able to grab it to tie your knot. So then we're going to pop some of these beautiful gems on here. So we'll pop a couple on here. I'll do one of each size, I think. Oops, upside down. That's no good upside down, is it? Oh, I don't want the dark blue one. Let's get one of these little ones again. And that's our card. I hope you've enjoyed today's card. It's a really lovely little easy card to make. And again, it's only a 10-minute card again this week. We have been keeping them quite nice and easy this year. So these are my 3 cards. As you can see, it looks beautiful even in a man's card, and it's a great way of using up all your scraps. If you would like any of the products from these 2 cards here, please give me a call or an email or a PM. If you live in Australia, I can help you with that. If you would prefer to shop online, you're welcome to do that. Just go to the online Stampin' Up store, and when it asks for a demonstrator, please put my name in, as it's me that's asked you to do that. And again, that can only happen if you live in Australia. You'll find my details down the bottom. I hope you've enjoyed this week's card, and if you have, please leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and a lovely comment would be nice, one way or the other. And I will see you again next week. Bye for now.